today we're going to be moving into a practice in about 3 minutes. We're going to get started with a core strength vinyasa practice to stimulate our area of our third chakra, which is the solar plexus right here. So this one is being tested a lot right now because it's your space of trust, it's your space of intuition. It's also linked to some of your key organs, such as your digestive system, all of your organs in your lower area, like your stomach, your intestines, your adrenals, which help flush out toxins. So it's a really great one to kind of get acquainted with right now. We're diving into that intuitive space, we're amping up that motivation and that inner strength that we all desire. So let me know that you're here and that you've arrived. Say hello. We'll get started in about 2 minutes. You will need a nice space to practice, somewhere quiet, and we'll get going in just a few minutes. Moving through the chakras is a really nice way to balance a lot of the energy that's changing in the body. So I'm excited to do that with you. I see that I'm here, but I'm going to flip it. Let's give that a try and see what happens. So we'll get started in about 2 minutes. I always like to log on a little early to welcome everybody just like you would in a class. Start to settle in, rest on your back, take a few deep breaths. Say hello. And we'll get started in just a minute. Let me know you've arrived. I'll see you here on my laptop. You know my really concerned face because I'm still trying to turn that camera. Oh man. I'm working on getting that one day very soon. So we got about 1 minute. Right at 7, we're going to start. We're going to start in 1 minute for those of you just arriving. So I'm also live on another page. If you're struggling to see me vertically, I am live on the 7 Wellness UAE page. That one looks perfect to me, so you could log on to that and see how that's also going if this view is kind of frustrating you. Okay. We are going to get started now, either way. So find yourself to stand. And as you come to stand, see if you can plant your feet strong to the earth. Lengthen up through the legs. Rest your arms by your side. Broaden your shoulders and just feel the earth beneath you. We'll start standing today. Plant your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your lower belly. And begin to take a deep breath down towards the whole body. Fill up and exhale, pulse, and let it out. So today we move into the space of inner strength. Allow yourself to close your eyes. Relax the weight of your shoulders, but feel the inner strength rise from the earth all the way up through your inner thighs, through your core, through your whole body. That inner support that's always there for you. And then take a deep breath into that space. And exhale, give a nice pulsation and let it out, letting your belly draw in and up on the exhale. So as this core strength vinyasa class is very much linked to the power of your breath, I will be cueing that the whole time. As you inhale, you drop the breath down and create space all the way to the roots of the earth. And on your exhale, you want to lift up the pelvic floor, give it a nice hug and lift, and squeeze the belly in and up. Connecting to that inner strength, finding some motivation in our life right now, and leaning back into trust, into intuition, is all at the core of how we stabilize our third chakra. Take a deep breath down, create space, sending all that air and oxygen into your adrenals, down to your intestines, your digestive system. And as you exhale, squeeze up through the pelvic floor, pull the lower belly inward and upward and get a nice lift. On your next inhale, feel a golden sun expand in all directions. That breath expands all around you. And as you exhale, feel a ball of fire begin to gather to spark that inner strength. As you squeeze your lower belly in and up, that ball of fire begins to reach and rise. On the inhale, soften the breath down, make room. On that exhale, gather up through the root of your pelvic floor, squeeze your lower belly in and up, and let old air start to press up and out. Do that 2 more times for me, just like that. Taking a full breath down on the inhale, feeling your sun in full expansion, that which you wish to light up for you today. And on your exhale, give a hug and lift and press that old toxic air up and out. Nice. Now set a dedication for your practice today, something that you choose to burn out, because we're going to have that opportunity to do that today. So it could be a repetitive thought pattern. It could just be all the news that's been filtering in, all the messages, all the constant same subject that's going on in all of humanity. It could be that. But whatever it is, I want you to set a dedication to allow that to burn out of the mind, burn out of the body, so that it exits a space that's taking up a lot of room right now, so you can create some calm within. And then gently rest your arms by your side and just let them flow. So as you inhale, sweep your arms skyward. And I'm going to turn around so you can see as you exhale, bend your knees a lot and fold over your long legs. Release your brain. Nice. Fingertips to the shins. Roll yourself up halfway. Get a nice lift. Break it down. Exhale. And then inhale. Start to reach and rise. And it may take a few breaths for you to get here, but as you inhale, reach up. Open through your arms. And on the exhale, slowly release down. Fingertips to your shins, press into them to stimulate the inner arches of your hands, and roll yourself up nice halfway lift. On the exhale, break it down, release, get heavy. Press into the earth and take a few breaths to reach and rise. Half sun salutations. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. You're not warm enough to not. Release the brain. Fingertips to the shins, press into your feet and press your fingertips into your hands. And roll yourself up halfway. As you exhale, fold, break it down, get heavy. Press into your strong feet and start to roll yourself up. Take a few breaths to get there. Inhale, reach to the sky. And on your exhale, hang for a few moments this time. Bend your knees. Take hands to opposite elbows. Allow yourself to drip over your body, releasing any tension from the back of your spine, from your neck, from your shoulders. Let's take a deep breath and allow that tension to slowly begin to trickle out. Allow it to release and to move out of the body. Don't forget to breathe. And now slowly lower onto hands and knees here. So you're going to find your way down to the floor with me. Fingertips get nice and wide. You're on all fours. And find a good root of your fingertips. So I always say you want to be a gecko on the wall and press your strong fingertips into the earth. And as you inhale, gently pour your spine forward. On the exhale, press away from the earth. On the inhale, soften, glide forward. Exhale, give a hug from the root of the pelvic floor, the lower belly, and pulse up. Inhale, slide your spine forward. Exhale, start to press up, feeling that inner strength starts to spark. Inhale, soften, choosing to make that space. Exhale. Nice, one more like that. Inhale, soften. And then exhale, weave to your center, sweep up through your front spine. Find a nice neutral here for you. Plant your strong hands down, tuck your toes, and use your exhale to carve your spine up, carve your hips up. Find your first downward dog. Begin to walk it out here, just pedaling the heels. Feeling a little space start to awaken in the back of your legs, your spine. Beautiful. And now press into the earth nice and strong. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Remember, you can always do this with your knees down. Beginners, here's a good option for our transition. Otherwise, you're here. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, lift onto your belly and roll your spine forward into a long plank. Now with your plank, if you've got sinking hips, lower your knees and sweep your belly in and up. And if you're a bit high, try to see if you can sweep forward. Breathe. And then send yourself back to downward dog. We'll do that one more time. These are dog to plank waves. Inhale. Exhale, sweep up. Let your exhale bring you into a high or low plank. Your choice. And then press back to dog. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, send the seat back. Exhale, lift up. Sweep your spine forward. Find your plank pose. Knees up or down. Tap your knees lightly to the earth. Lean your heart forward. Keep that core connection of your lower belly lifting. And a few breaths to lower yourself flat to the earth. Point your toenails. Now grip the mat. Keep your shoulders on your back as we've got 3 cobra waves. To expand that nice golden sun in the pit of our belly. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring your chin to chest like a serpent rising. Let your head come up last. Sweep your belly in and up. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. It's a 4-part breath. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your belly with you. Inhale as you get to the top. And exhale, lower. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, sweep up through your core. Golden sun expands on the inhale. Lower halfway. Press, lift your belly. Either come to your knees. Or if you're seasoned, you're up here on the tops of your feet. And then transition, downward dog. Let's just get a great inversion that's going to stimulate those adrenal drainage there. Bend the knees, raise the right leg up. Left knee is still bent. You don't have to go sky high. Keep it low, align your hips. You're just warming up. Press out through your right heel, breathe. Tap your right foot to the earth. Fire up the gecko grip. Bend your knees. Raise the left leg up, inhale. Right knee stays bent. Find a nice length from the back of the leg all the way down the spine into the arms. And then tap to the earth. Now find your way to the top of the mat. Any way to get there. You can step or hop or take a moving meditation forward. Fingertips to the shins. Roll yourself up. Get a nice halfway lift. Exhale, release, break it down. Find your way to the earth. Now press into your strong feet and start to roll yourself in and up. Take your time to get there and a few breaths will follow. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Connect your fingertips. This represents that inner flame that you have within you. And as you exhale, you want to lower all the way down in front of you. Beautiful. Let's start to pulse some of our belly bonfire breath. So you can do this seated or you can do it standing. But if you're going to do it standing, then just notice that it may feel like the breath is coming a little bit quicker for you. We're just going to practice. The inhale may feel that it's not quite there, but it is. So it's all about warming up this area of the body that we're working deeply into today. So place your hands there. Now as you inhale down, make space in the belly and beyond. And as you exhale, it's going to be a small pulsation. It's your breath of fire. It looks like this. If you zone into this area for a minute, it looks like this. So it's a quick exhale going in to really warm up the organs that lay beneath our lower belly and beyond. Take a deep breath in with me. Prepare. Drop the breath down. Soften. Exhale, release. The next one will do it. Inhale, soften, breathe down. Exhale, start to pulse as much as you can. Drawing that belly inward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale, drop the breath down, make space. Exhale, relax. Again, inhale, soften the breath, pull it into the pelvis. And now exhale, start to pulse with me. Keep it going. Warm it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften. You should feel like you're working in that area. Exhale, release. Inhale, prepare. Drop the breath down. Create room here. Exhale, start to pulse for the last go. Try to soften your face as you do. Keep squeezing and pulsing. Option, if you're seasoned, to give a nice hug of the lower belly in and up, and the pelvic floor in and up too. With each exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should feel warm there. Inhale, soften. Now, because we're in the chakra series, I'm going to give you some tapping. So cup your hands so your fingertips are together here. And just begin to slowly tap your hands together. Remember, your fingers together, glued to one another, will create a little bit more firmness when you start to press into the body. And then bring that towards your lower belly, just on your belly button, slightly higher and lower, so the palm of the hand covers the whole area. Start to go outward, and then come inward. Outward. The tapping is really great for stimulating the adrenals again, as well as the lymphatic system and the circulatory system. Yoga in general is great for all of your 11 systems. But certain ones are stimulated with tapping as well. All right, so you can go as firm or as soft as you like, depending how you're feeling today. But begin to bring it down to your legs, all the way to the bottom. And you're going to hear that sound and that clap to your body light up. One more time down. And one more time up. Nice. Back here to your lower belly. Good. We're going to go into the kidneys back there. So you can make a fist, bend your knees, and fold halfway forward as you start to draw from the lower back up along the organs of the back body. So again, going as firm or as soft as you desire. Really great way to stimulate what we call chi energy flow. And then release. Now try this one. You're going to take a fist to the center and then your palm to the solar plexus. And start to tap here. Again, as firm or as gentle as you feel is going to suit you today. Feel the energy start to reach and rise through this area of the body, the seat of your solar plexus, where a lot of that intuition, that inner strength, that personal power, and the trust is housed. And then for the last one, just take your fingertips and trickle them down your throat. Nice. Try to go outward, and then back to center. Nice. And release, shake it out. Okay, let's dive into those core salutations now. So the core salutation, I'm going to go ahead and come to the front of your mat, bend your knees, and as you inhale, float your arms up. On the exhale, please bend your knees and roll down towards the earth. So bent knees because we're still warming up. Fingertips to the shins, roll up halfway, get a nice long length. Strong fingertips to the earth, press into the earth and step back to downward dog. From your downward dog, your knees are slightly bent. Notice the space between your feet is about 2 fists, and grip your fingertips down. Shoulders want to arch up to your ears, sweep them down on your back, and give a nice lift of your lower belly through each exhale. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows, send the seat back. Remember, your knees can come down too. Lift up onto your tiptoes, roll forward into your lean, long plank. Knees can come down if you're shaky in the lower back. Always be in service of your spine. Put your knees down if you're like this. Everybody tap the knees to the earth, lean the heart forward, keep the belly strong and lifted while you find the earth. Point your toenails, deep breath in, 1 cobra wave. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, circle up. Open your heart, pubic bone stays down. Inhale, fill. Exhale, lower halfway. Press the hands, lift up to the knees. For those of you seasoned, it's pointed plank. And transition back to your downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And then bend the limbs. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Remember to be soft with the left knee. Exhale, bring your right knee to your heart. Left knee can always come down to support this transition. Step your right foot forward towards the top of the mat. Option 1, beginner variation, is to put the back knee down. If you'd like to stay up, then step a foot out. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, press the roots of your feet to the earth. Bend your back knee. And as you exhale, start to roll yourself in and out. We're coming up into a high lunge here, so the toes are both facing forward. You want to check out that back foot because I can't see you. So if you need to peek down and make sure it's facing forward, please be safe and check it out. And then inhale, lengthen. And we're moving into fist of fire, that which we wish to burn out today, that we choose to release from what our mind has been spending too much time thinking of, We're going to place that into the pit of the fire. On the exhale, say, inhale, exhale. So you want to give a nice squeeze and lift of the lower belly, and feel free to express yourself as you like. You're in your own home. You can get nice, fiercely loud with it. 2 more. 1 more. Nice. Lower the fingertips, and then gently press back into downward dog. Take a full breath in. This time I'd like to activate your lion's breath. So as you inhale through the nose, prepare. And on the exhale, stick the tip of your tongue towards your chin and roar it out. Exhale, let it out. Try that 1 more time. Resume the breath through the nose. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows and the hips back. Exhale, roll forward into plank. Knees can be up or down for your plank, but keep nice and centered through the pit of your core. Plant the knees, lean the heart forward. Bend and lower flat to the earth. Now as you're ready, point your toenails and start to ripple up through your spine. Cobra, inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower halfway. Press the hands, lift the belly, come to your knees. Or pointed plank, and then tuck your toes and peel your pelvis up to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows. Go ahead and raise your left leg up. Nice. And then bend everything. Right knee can come down to support you. Hug to center. Step your left foot to your left hand. Option to keep your back knee down. Otherwise, step the foot out slightly to help you balance. Lengthen your spine. Roots of the feet dig into the earth. Inhale, prepare. Bend your back knee. And as you exhale, roll up through the front of your spine. Your core starts to connect. Inhale, reach everything long. What are you going to place into that fire? Here it goes. Exhale. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. And everything can lengthen on the inhale. And as you exhale, you want to give a nice fierce hug and lift of the lower belly. And express it out through your mouth by saying, good. 2 more. 1 more. Great. Reach all the way up. Inhale. Fingertips find the earth. Plant strongly down. Step back to downward dog. I'd like you to find your downward dog for 3 breaths here. Just allowing your body. So stay for 3 breaths in your downward dog before we step it forward. Allowing your body to get a nice lift. And release. And then slowly begin to walk or step your way forward to the top of the mat. Bend your knees, fold over your long legs, curl up halfway, lengthen. And as you exhale, break it down, start to roll yourself in and up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release. Let's move into our second core salutation. And this time, we're going to add a revolved lunge with it, as well as, that will look like this, as well as some twisted circles. So for those of you that practice with me, you know these are my love and hate ones. Love them because they're so good for your flexibility and strength. Kind of hate them because they feel a little fiery, right? And then we'll move into what's called a revolve lunge, where you can do it low or high if you'd like. So step to the top of your mat. Inhale, prepare. Bend your knees, roll yourself in and up. And as you exhale, you want to slowly break it down and find the earth beneath you. Fingertips to the shins, roll up halfway. Fingertips to the earth, step back to your downward dog. From your downward dog, bend your knees and roll yourself forward. Find your plank pose. Remember, your plank can be with knees up or knees down. If you want to go ahead and tap the knees now, we can slowly roll forward and release to the earth, keeping that core connection. And on your inhale, point your toenails, prepare. And as you exhale, bring your chin inward towards your chest and start to roll yourself in and up. Lower halfway, press the hands, lift the belly, come to your knees. Tuck your toes or pointed plank, transition to downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows, raise the right leg to the sky. Keep a gentle bend of the left knee. Exhale, carve your right knee to your heart. Press away and step your right foot forward to your right hand. So we're going to go ahead and find these nice twisted circles. Swivel your spine forward. This is great for your digestive system, your gallbladder, liver. Inhale, reach up. Notice my right knee stays bent. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Good. Let's get a nice press into the earth on each inhale. And exhale, lift up. up. Give a nice hug and lift of your root muscles on the exhale. Notice I'm bending my back knee too. I'm going to keep that right knee really bent. So if I were in class with you, I'd be watching that front knee a lot. And then reach that right arm up, swivel and open, and lower to the earth. Good, we're going to try that revolve lunge. Tap your back knee down. Lengthen your spine and roll yourself in and up. Now press from the root of this right leg all the way down into the foot for that stability. Gather your fingertips, flame mudra, inhale. And as you inhale, sweep in, reach the arms up. On the exhale, turn to the right and tap your left elbow either on or slightly off. This is going to misalign your hips, so we'll bring them forward in a minute. Back your hips off. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Don't even look up yet. Exhale, hug and lift the root. Squeeze the belly in and up while you rotate over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath down towards the seat of your pelvis and beyond. And as you exhale, hug and lift through the root. Sweep your belly in and up. Keep your eyes on one spot to get that nice drishti. Point of focus in yoga. Breathe. Slowly unravel, find the earth. Step back to downward dog, taking your time to get there. When you're ready, bend the knees and elbows, raise the left leg up. Curl the left knee to the heart, core plank. Step the left foot forward. You're going to try twisted circles on the other side. Lengthen your spine. And begin to swivel your left arm up. And as you exhale, bend the back knee, roll forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. I'm going to turn around so you can see. You keep those twisted circles going. Nice. Do two more with me. And one. And then one more. Maybe hold briefly for a full breath. Raise that back right hip up. Lower. Tap your right knee down. Uncurl the toes. Swivel your spine long. And as you exhale, press into the left foot and roll yourself in and up. And try that revolve. Fingertips together. Inhale, lengthen. Turn to the left. And then tap your right elbow either on or slightly off your front thigh. Sweep your spine long first. Keep your flame fingertips nice and connected so the inner arches of your wrists and your palms start to strengthen. Inhale, back your hips off, lengthen your spine, and then use your exhale to rotate from the upper ribs and higher as you spiral up to the sky. This is going to tilt your right hip forward, so lift your right hip up, back your left hip down and away. Keep breathing as you find your focal point with your eyes. Inhale, breathe down towards the lower belly and beyond. Exhale, pick it up from the root of your pelvic floor. Hug it in and up and sweep your belly in and up. Pelvic floor, also known as AKA bathroom muscles. And then release. That's how deep your core goes. Plant your strong hands down and step back to downward dog. Take a full breath here. Plant your knees to the earth and curl up into a little ball. Descend your forehead down. Stay here, allowing the shoulders to drop down. And breathe for a moment, really focusing the breath down on the inhale towards the pelvis, towards the roots of the earth. And the exhale is to remind you to gather up that ball of fire, even in a still point, to gather it up, sweep your pelvic floor, lift your belly in and up, to light you up from within. And then that inhale is to drop the breath down, to offer the space that you need to light up that trust. And as you exhale, you want to hug up that ball of fire, pull it inward and upward. This breath will quite literally detox you, stimulate your metabolic system and rate, as well as massage your digestive organs and support a lot of your movement. And slowly begin to find your way back. Fingertips tap to the earth, press into downward dog. Take a full breath here. Now bring your big toes together, bend your knees. Send your hips back. Inhale, prepare, and use your exhale to step or hop wherever you left. Curl up halfway, lengthen. Fold, break it down, release the brain, release the limbs, slither side to side. Take a moment to keep the hips back in space, and then roll up halfway, chair pose. Reach your arms forward, so knees want to slide forward here. Bend back through the crease of your hips to keep your knees in line. Reach the arms forward, lift the belly. Fingertips connect, flame mudra. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, twist it over to the right in the air, not to touch down. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, hug and lift to the left. Do 2 more with me like this. And 1 more. And then inhale, reach up. Extend to the sky. As you exhale, lower and release. Find your way to a wide-legged stance here. So you're going to allow your feet to turn open like this. Feet turning open, knees drawing over them. Just bend side to side for a moment. So let's get an opportunity, like I say, to kind of light up this fire that tends to burn within the mind with repetitive thoughts, negative thoughts. And we're going to light it up. Then we're going to press and throw some of that out in a way. So this is all third chakra energy, getting connected to that space of motivation, personal power, inner strength, and allowing anything old, anything that's weighing heavy on you to be pressed out in a way, even if it's just for now or a few days. Send the hips back. Inhale, start to lengthen. Weave your arms forward and begin to play here. So as we move like this, we actually move into our fascia, which is more of the biomechanics of our practice and less linear and rigid. So you can get into more muscles, get into more systems this way. And then reach up, inhale, lengthen everything. And as you exhale, press out. Inhale, collect. Exhale. Follow your breath. So it's still a hug and lift of the pelvic floor and lower belly on the press up, on the exhale. And then see what you can place into that fire. Just going to inhale with me. And then you're going to exhale, throw your arms back and say, try that. Inhale and exhale. And you can be as loud with that exhale and that huff breath, which stimulates your solar plexus, or you can be a little bit more soft with it. Exhale. Allow whatever is going to arise without trying to change it or judge it. Exhale. For 4, 3, and 2. 1 more. Beautiful. Find your fingertips to the floor. Turn your toe tips forward. And bend your knees as you ninja lunge, side to side. Breathe into your body. If it's hard to touch the floor, you stay up and brush the air in front of you. Play. Or come a little lower. Find that nice lunge side to side and breathe into the body. Do 1 more flow here together. So turn your left toes to the short edge of your mat and bring your left forearm just as I have to your upper thigh. Reach your right arm back. And as you exhale, bow forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, bow. Your right toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Exhale. Nice. Do that 1 more time. This time reach over your head. Sweep your belly in and up. Spiral through your ribs. Find your gaze point and breathe into your body for your side angle. And slowly release it. Collect your hands together on the lower left side of your calf. As if you're going to string a bow and arrow. Take a deep breath in, prepare. Exhale, start to lengthen the legs, lengthen the torso, lengthen the arms, and pull the air nice and long. Breath in for triangle. Exhale, squeeze up through the pelvic floor, the lower belly. Inhale, make space, drop the breath down. Be very active with the breath. Exhale, because you double the benefits of your practice when you are, you double the benefits of your detox. And then exhale, find the earth. Turn your left foot forward. Take a moment with your fingertips at center. This is going to want to lean your whole body forward. So press back into your heels and keep your hips back. Bend your knees if there's a pull. Fingertips back and descend through the forehead. Send through the brain. Let it hover over and off the earth. Breathe in your fan pose, feeling a bit more stillness. A lot of breath. Walk your fingertips forward. Turn your right foot to the short edge of your mat. And then find your fingers there. Press into the earth. Roll up on the exhale. Right forearm towards your right upper thigh. Reach that left arm back. As you exhale, start to bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, bow. Good. Take some nice, beautiful circles here. Moving energy through the body. And then reach your left arm over the head. Deep full breath in for your side angle. Breathe down on the inhale. Lift up through the pelvic floor, lower belly on the exhale. And then lower. Gather your hands. Connect your palms here. You're going to string that bow and arrow. Press into your feet. Inhale. Exhale, start to sweep up. Limbs get longer. Lift through the belly as you find your triangle pose. Breath down on the inhale. Nice lift of the pelvic floor and lower belly on the exhale. That ball of fire begins to reach and rise through each exhale, as if to remind you of that inner strength you hold within. To remind you of that personal power, choices that you make, following your intuition, is all aligned with the trust you choose to light up for you. So then release. Turn your toes forward. Walk your way to the top of the mat, whichever direction works. And step back to your downward dog. Nice. From your downward dog, deep breath here. We'll take one last vinyasa together, and then we'll work into a balance. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, raise the hips, roll into plank. Tap the knees lightly to the earth. Keep that nice core support of your lower belly. And then gently begin to find your way to the earth. Point your toenails. Deep breath in, prepare. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll yourself inward and upward cobra. Lower halfway. Press the hands, lift the belly. Come to your knees. Tuck your toes, send your hips back and up. Downward dog. And as you bring your big toes together, squeeze them up against each other. Bend everything. Engage the earth. Exhale. Hop or step wherever you land. Curl up halfway, lengthen. We're ready for our balance. Bend and start to roll yourself in and up. Inhale, reach to the sky. Collect your fingertips. Exhale, lower as you follow with your gaze. Okay, so for our final kind of hoorah before we bring it down to the earth, we're going to have some kicks of fire. They look like this. It's about half the distance of a normal lunge. So I've got my right foot forward. Try it with me. Hands to the hips. And as you inhale, you prepare. And on the exhale, you want to gather up through your back leg and bring your knee in. Inhale, tap back. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. And then you may choose to take it up a notch and do this. Inhale here. Exhale, say. So you're going to kick out something that's been weighing heavy on you. Inhale. Exhale, say. So we'll try that, okay? Let's start with the right leg forward, the left foot back. It's not as wide as a normal lunge. Depth is a bit decreased here to get the balance. Hands to the hips to start. Inhale, prepare. Use your exhale to sweep your left knee in and out. And then inhale, tap back at that balance. Exhale, hug in. And we're going to do kicks if you'd like, or you keep it going where you have it. Exhale, say, hop. Inhale, back. Exhale, say, ha. Do one more fierce and strong kick out into the air. And then press back. Great. You're going to tap your feet to the earth. Plant them nice. Inhale, reach up. Connect your fingertips. Lower them down. Take hold of opposite elbows there. Deep breath in, lengthen. Open your heart. And then exhale, release. Let's try the other side. Left foot forward, right foot slightly back. Just a few feet back. Hands to the hips to prepare. Nice length on the inhale. And as you inhale, bend. Exhale, gather the right knee in. And sweep up through the belly. Inhale. Exhale, say. And you can keep that going, or you can add these kicks. You really want to press that energy out through the right foot as if to kick out something that's been weighing really heavy on you. You want to put that intention and energy into it and say, two more. One more. And then press back. Plant the hands to the earth. Reach the arms wide. Take hold of opposite elbows. Sweep up long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. And step towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, break it down. Curl up halfway, get nice and long from the earth. And then find your way down and step back to downward dog. We're going to prepare for our final stretch and release. Warmed up all those muscles now. So you can take a full vinyasa here, leaning forward into plank, cobra, back to dog, or you can stay here for a few breaths. Take that inhale down towards the body and use that nice pulsation, that ball of fire on the exhale to spiral up through the pelvic floor, lower belly, and higher, out and away. When you're back in downward dog, slowly bring your big toe mounds together. Bend your knees, inhale, send the hips back. And exhale, step or hop to land and sit. Nice. Good. You're just going to give yourself a hug. Wrap up, gather all that nice warmth towards your internal lower organs there. Rock side to side. So when you feel ready, extend your legs out in front of you. Keep your knees slightly bent. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bow. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, wave down to the earth. Inhale, collect. Exhale, release. One more time. Exhale. Now stay here. Lengthen up through the lower back. Trickle your fingertips forward. My knees are still bent. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, start to fold until you feel your first edge of stretch. And if it feels suitable, you can slide your heels a little bit longer and feel a little bit more behind the legs. Aim to avoid any stretch behind the knees because you're pulling into your ligaments, not gaining flexibility in your muscles. Breathe. Allow your legs to surrender. Allow your lower back to support that length of your limbs. Use your exhale to pulse out and away. Feel what you feel and be with it for a moment. Three more breaths. And begin to slowly float up. Reach your arms to the sky, breathe in. Tap your fingertips down. Okay, so let's take a nice twist. Some options for you. Bring your right foot in. And you can keep it here, or you can step it over your thigh. Whichever one's going to keep your seat bones back there most grounded. So notice which one works for you. And if you're really seasoned, you can of course bring your back heel, or you have the mobility in your hips, towards your back hip there. So wherever you're at, your seat is on the earth. You've got three options there for you. Inhale, sweep the arms up, collect your finger pads. Exhale, turn it over to the right. And as you get to the right, I'm going to go ahead and lengthen your spine and keep looking forward. Inhale, prepare. Breathe down to the lower belly, pelvis, and beyond. Now use your exhale to squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Have your belly knit up and then begin to rotate from your upper mid-rib cage all the way up through your shoulder, collarbone, and neck. Then you can release the connection of your fingertips and slide your right fingertips back behind you, bringing your left hand just to connect there, or bringing thumb to pointer. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Give a squeeze and lift to hold your twist. A lot is happening here for you. There's a lot of systems being stimulated, organs being massaged. So let that breath move into the body for a couple more rounds while you hold your twist. Inhale, soften the breath down. Exhale, pick it up from the root of your pelvis. Sweep the belly in and up, and let the breath press out and away. One more time like that. Feeling this between your shoulder blades and higher would be ideal. And then reach up, extend the arms, lower, and we're going to try the other side now. So start with your legs out. Your left foot could come inside or step over, or right heel kicks back towards the left seat bone. Now notice which one you're more stable in your seat. Right? Inhale, lengthen, collect your fingertips. Exhale, turn it to the left. And then without even twisting yet, you're going to sweep up long on the inhale. Exhale, start to rotate from your upper ribs and spiral over your left shoulder, neck being the most twisty part of your spine. And peel your fingertips apart to stretch that left arm behind you. Right fingertips come together. Deep breath down on the inhale. And a nice pulsation of the exhale. Sweep up through the pelvic floor, the lower belly. Just imagine a golden sun expanding on the inhale at the pit of your solar plexus and torso. And that's lighting up your personal power, your inner strength. And as you exhale, envision that ball of fire sweeping up through the pelvic floor and the lower belly, as if to sweep up anything heavy and blast it out and away. Inhale, breathe down to light up that trust. Exhale, give a nice pulsation of the breath up and out. Let anything heavy, anything weighing you down, press it up, out, and away with a choice to let it be. Gently release. Find your center. Great. We're going to find our center again. Hug up through. Take a deep breath in, rock side to side. And just stay there for a moment so I can I'm gonna cancel out my notifications here. So take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and up through your beautiful center. Let's bring the soles of our feet to connect. Interlock your hands towards your toes there. Sweep up through your spine. Begin to bounce your knees up and down. Inhale, get nice and long, and as you exhale, bow. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, slither down. Do that 2 more times with me, then we'll hold. Exhale. 1 more time. Nice, and then fold. Hug your elbows gently outward. Feel your first sensation of stretch between the inner thighs, the growing area, and stay with that first sensation. Take a deep, full breath down towards the pelvis, towards the roots of the earth that support you. And as you exhale, you want to give a nice squeeze of the pelvic floor and hug your lower belly inward and upward while you dive over your legs. Sweep that lower back nice and long and feel sensation in between your legs. You need to slowly stretch the muscles that you've effectively warmed and worked today. You need to slither out of your butterfly, collect your knees. We'll come to lay on our back. So for those of you that do have a yoga block, we'll use it. For those that don't, you could use a couch cushion, or alternatively, just keep a pillow close by next time. But for those that have it, I'm going to have it here. So come to lay on your back, all the way down. And we'll do a few restores, just to align our spine fully. And the first one is to keep the knees bent, the feet planted on the earth. And inhale, prepare your block if you have it in your hand. And exhale, start to roll up. And then slide the block underneath your pelvis so that it's on the plate of the pelvis below the lower back. And if you don't have a block or cushion, that's fine. You still want to continue with us on the next variation, which is to extend the legs up into the air. So this is a great way to release and stimulate the lymphatic system. Circle the ankles outward and then inward. It's also great for the circulatory system as the blood flows in an opposite direction. Wonderful for tired legs and for the adrenals that we're centering into today. Take a deep full breath into your whole body as you invert. It's as equivalent as a shoulder stand without the pressure on your shoulders. Exhale, surrender the weight of your pelvis and pour it over the block or into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, give a nice hug and lift. Old air presses out. And tap the feet to the earth. If you're on a block, you want to raise the hips, remove the block, and lower it right down to the earth. Nice. And then when you're ready, begin to hug your knees to your heart. Roll side to side. Take your knees over to the right side. Hips move to the left. Reach your arms wide if you can stretch them out in a way. Take a deep breath down towards the lower left side of your hips and your lower back. And on the exhale, give a nice hug and lift of the roots, still gently squeezing the lower belly in and up. Again, inhale, breathe down. Exhale, a nice hug and lift. Do that 3 more times, allowing the shoulders to drop into the earth. Feeling the space across the chest and the collarbone widen. When you're ready, find your center. Plant your feet down, squeegee your hips over to the right, and then your knees move over to the left. Again, breathe down towards the lower right side of your hip. Reach your arms wide as can be. Rest your shoulders on the earth, option to look up or to the side. Take a full, intentional breath down towards the pelvis, the legs, and the roots. And as you exhale, you want to give a nice gentle hug and lift. That ball of fire maybe being more blue versus orange. A little bit less vibrant in the intensity of the lift, but still there. Press the shoulders back, release the skull. And begin to find your center point. And this time you'll take your feet nice and wide and butterfly your knees open. Take your hands to your leg bones here and just press your femur bones down and away to create traction between the leg bones and the pelvis. Then rest if you can like this, arms down on the floor, lower back will have its nice natural curve. Deep full breath into the belly, the chest, the ribs, everywhere in the front body and the back body. Exhale, let it out. Again, inhale, full breath in. Exhale, let it out. And we're going to spend some time moving into our relaxation. An option to stay here if you're really enjoying this variation. Alternatively, to stretch your legs out until you can come to rest on your back. Always great to end your practice laying down and relaxing in Shavasana. So you can allow all the benefits to accumulate with your relaxation. So try it now. Drop down onto your back. Take a deep full breath in. Deep full breath out. Option to bring either your thumb and your pointer together or your thumb and your ring finger together for the chakra. But as you lay on your back, go ahead and relax your head. So you're going to be just like this, laying on your back. Let your feet flop out, your arms rest, your palms face up. Take a deep breath down, exhale, soften and release. And now resume an organic breath. Feel the back of your body and the warmth you've created melt into the earth. Feel a wave of relaxation glide down the front of your arms and into your fingertips. Soften through the belly. Soften through the hips. Relax the bottom. And ease the weight of your legs all the way down to the edge of your toes, the bottom of your heels. Let your breath be natural as you soften your throat, relax your neck, and then ease the muscles of the face. Let your eyes sink into their sockets and feel the jaw release. Allow yourself to sink into stillness just for a few moments. Knowing that you've ignited your personal power, your inner strength, your intuition and your trust, even when things aren't quite clear. Have the confidence to align with that trust and know the quality of your inner strength. Just like that ball of fire is always shining bright. I trust you were able to release some mental baggage and that you'll meet me here next week for another practice together. Namaste. Please stay in your Shavasana as long as you need to.